Stories like these are testament to how blessed Nigeria is among most countries around the world. Let's now bring you this week's collection of African dance steps.
It's time to take a look at dance steps in Africa.
Ohafia war dance. The Ikperike Ogu dance is a renowned cultural heritage among the Igbo people in southeast Nigeria. The dance, which is popularly known as Ohafia war dance, is said to have its roots in Ohafia local government in Abia State. The Ohafia war dance was performed by warriors decades ago to showcase their strength and conquest after winning wars and dominating their territories, a tradition that has been preserved by the people for centuries. Maasai jumping dance. Dance is a very significant component of Kenya and Tanzania's Maasai culture and identity. The people's strong affiliation with their cultural practices is well known across countries in East Africa. One very prominent traditional practice of the people is the Adumu dance, a performance that is popularly known as the Maasai jumping dance. The dance has for many years been regarded as a ritual initiation performance used to introduce young males from their different communities into adulthood, where their character, endurance, and strength are tested. Over the years, the dance has become a people's delight. This has resulted in warriors generally performing the energetic and acrobatic dance at ceremonial occasions, including weddings, religious rites, and other significant cultural events. There have been debates among historians over the actual origin of the Maasai jumping dance, with many records giving divergent opinions. However, the Maasai people have for centuries been known for a history and culture that is intricately entwined with their Adumu traditional dance through records which describes the dance as a necessary ritual for warriors to train for combat and display their stamina, agility, and power. The dance is said to have become a performance for significant cultural occasions after evolving into more stylish, organized, and strong components of the people's religious beliefs. A typical Adumu dance is performed by a sequence of jumps performed by dancers who stand in circle, take turns jumping in the air while keeping their bodies as straight and upright as possible.
In this segment of the program, we bring you some landscapes in Africa that have continued to draw tourists, travelers, and photographers from around the world. Landscape Africa is up next.
Landscapes in Africa.
River Niger. The Niger River is the third longest river in Africa and one of the 15 longest in the world, reaching about 4,200 kilometers from the interior to the Atlantic. Its long flow and unusual course have helped to make it important to commerce and culture throughout much of West Africa. The Niger River begins in the Fouta Djallon highlands of Guinea, where it takes a northerly route into Mali. As the river reaches further north into the Sahara Desert, it joins with tributaries and fans out into a large network of lakes, streams and marshes. This part of the river, called the Niger Inland Delta, forms a large oasis in the otherwise arid zone. The ancient kingdoms of Gao and Mali emerged in the area, using the inland delta as a source of water, food and commerce. The trading port of Timbuktu stands at the northeastern end of the delta. From there, the river flows entering the country of Niger. Passing along the border of Benin Republic, the river enters Nigeria, where it turns south towards the Atlantic Ocean. The Niger Delta, where the river meets the Atlantic Ocean, forms an important ecological and commercial zone, which has become a major site for petroleum production in Nigeria. Mungo Park, a Scottish explorer, is said to have been the first successful explorer of the Niger River, setting the standard for all who came after him. Park is also regarded as the first Westerner to have recorded travels in the central portion of the Niger, and through his popular book, introduced the European public to a vast unexplored part of the continent. This influenced the works of future European explorers and the colonial ambitions in Africa. Iyake Lake. Ado Awaye is home to a suspended lake located about 20 kilometers west of Isenyi local government area of Oyo State. Suspended lakes are considered the most special wonders of nature because of their large bodies of water pooled on a hill and their very difficult terrain. This makes Iyake Lake and the Hanging Lake of Colorado the two places with suspended lakes in the world. But while that of Nigeria is natural, the Hanging Lake of Colorado is man-made. The deep green-colored lake is on the top of Oke Ado, a large hill in the mysterious town of Ado Awaye. The hill is about 433 meters above sea level, housing the lake, which is said to have been named Iyake after a weeping, barren woman who fell in the water hundreds of years ago, out of bitterness over mockery by her people in neighboring Ogun State. The lake is believed to have the powers of fertility, a belief that has drawn thousands of worshippers and tourists to the hilltop for decades. Records show that about 3,000 visitors climb up to the 369th step to the hilltop annually, where they camp, pray for the fruit of the womb, and seek other blessings. Other visitors to the lake are hikers or visitors to the annual Odua festival, held every November on the hilltop. The lake serves as a natural reservoir, storing water from rainfall and regulating its release down the hill. This helps to mitigate the effect of seasonal rainfall variations and ensures a consistent water supply for the people. The wetlands created by the lake have made it a comfortable habitat for diverse plants and animals, including threatened species. It is home to a wide variety of monkeys, making it a hunting ground for local hunters in the area. The lake is said to be bottomless and no one is allowed to swim in it. Aside from Iyake Lake, there are other tourist attractions on the hill that further qualify Ado Awaye as a wonder of the world. The first attraction any tourist would see while hiking is the Ishagi Rock, regarded as bringer of rain. It sits on the edge of the mountain and serves as a god worshipped by the locals. There is also Ese Awagba, translated as giant footprints of elders, spread all over the mountain. The footprints are believed to belong to their ancestors who once lived on the mountain. A walk further into the mountain shows the elephant tree, a tree that fell many years ago and formed the exact looks of an elephant. Then there is the Ese Kon Iku, meaning a path of death, a path that runs far at the top of the mountain. Visitors brave enough to get to this part of the hill are advised to inscribe their names on the mountain as a reward for their courage.
And with that, we draw the curtains on this week's edition of Africana. We will be back next week with another interesting edition of the program. But until then, embrace Africa and promote Africa. Thank you for always being part of the program. I am Iwafreko Dokbesi Uduimo. Enjoy the rest of your day.